We love hip hop.
All right, we're gonna go right into this because I've been watching this whole thing with the Drake and Bobbi Altoff and, you know, Drake not doing interviews within the culture and all that stuff that Elliott Wilson was saying before. And I could see that it was a point of contention for a lot of people, even with the Bobbi Altoff interview. And for the people who don't know who that is, that's the white chick that Drake did the interview with. Let me see if I could. Maybe there's some pictures left from it. Drake, Bobbi. All right, this is, so let me see. Let me find a nice picture. This is her. All right, y'all can see her in the background. This is her right here. Jewish chick. She's I don't know how many interviews she's on. I think she's on her like 10th interview for her platform. I'm gonna go on her YouTube channel as well and see what I can see. But she had the interview with Drake, the one in the bed that everybody, you know, it was funny, I guess, in the kind of dry humor kind of way. And all of a sudden, over this week, they unfollowed each other. But not only that, the unfollow came with I'm gonna delete this interview too. Okay? The interview was on her channel. The last time Drake did a full form interview, I guess you can count the Yachty one because that wasn't a short interview, right? But the last time he did a full like 2-hour interview or whatever like that was on his channel. So if that was completely under his control. This one, a little bit different. Doesn't mean that they didn't have any control. You know what I'm saying? But as far as where the interview was going to live, I guess the plan was, let's let it live over here. Okay? Her podcast is called The Really Good Podcast. Stupid name. Yeah, so she deleted the interview. So if you go through her page right now, there's still shorts from it. All right?
If someone was like, oh, have you ever heard Kiki, Do You Love Me by like...
There's still shorts from this. But as far as the full interview itself, that's gone. All right? She's been popping around doing some podcasts. I've seen a bunch of think pieces go off about this. Big salute to Poetic Flacco. You know, he unhatched a lot of different things as far as like her having a husband. She had taken all his pictures and archived them on Instagram prior to the interview. And then once the interview was up, or actually once she unfollowed Drake, she unarchived all the pictures of her and her husband. And the rumor is going around now saying that it's a possibility that the boy smashed. Okay? I don't think the interview is deleted. I'll tell y'all, in my opinion, I really don't think the interview is deleted. I think that they put it on private. And there might be some kind of like rollout, or maybe they're trying to figure it out behind the scenes and, you know, resolve their issues. And then after they resolve it, then I'll unprivate the video type thing. Let me see if I can find her interview because she's been moving around. Actually, I'll go into my history. Oh, Top 5 dropped a new music video. I want to cover that as well. Do definitely want to cover that. Let's see. I was watching something on this not too long ago. Where is the clip that I was watching on this? Okay. Maybe not that one. Let's do this. Bobbi Altoff interview. Because she just did an interview with somebody else. Okay, Bobbi Altoff addresses Drake drama. Ooh, and these people are already starting to repost the interview, eh? I think I have it downloaded too. I'm not going to re-upload it.
Targets your pain fast.
Next month, gang. I'm getting premium next month. Not this month. Right after the vacay.
Altoff, this is definitely the week to learn who she is. She's been all over the news, and it's been really insane to see how quickly she's been rising to fame following her interview with Drake.
Really?
And now she's kind of in drama with Drake. At least that's what people think. And this has been the story that's been taking over nearly every single one of my timelines. If you don't know Bobbi, she's a TikToker who recently...
No, I don't want that. I want a better clip here. Let's see. Because there has been some people who've been covering this way extensive, super extensively. I can't even find words today. I'm telling you, gang, I forgot how to podcast. Okay, Bobbi Altoff. Okay, I think this is it right here. There it is.
Come on in. Hey, what's up? Hi.
Hello. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Is there timestamps on this?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see if there's any timestamps in here. Bum, 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 bum.
So I was like, come on my podcast. I said, when are you going to come on my podcast?
And he just was
He said,
game right
yeah,
away.
he was ready to do it. I flew out there like I think 3 days later.
Wow,
And then you're on
podcast
Inspirations
king.
now. You can kind of get anybody you want.
Yeah.
So
Right on the mark.
One thing. So we're going back in time. Who was the first person? The weird one there.
Colleen Bound.
How long ago was that?
April.
May, June.
June, I did it with June was when I
Yeah.
filmed
So
it with
you
Drake.
just started. There's like, how many interviews have you done in this new style?
I probably did like 6.
And you came in here. You're signed by William Morris. You got a PR team.
Jessica and Jamie.
How fast?
William Morris is a very big PR agency that picked her up like somewhere around the 300,000 follower mark, which is very unique for them because 300,000 followers for somebody who's really, really big in the game is not a lot. Okay. She's got millions of followers. And I'm talking about on TikTok because for the people who don't know, she was very popular on TikTok prior to us knowing about her, I guess, here in the hip hop community. And we got to salute Drake because Drake is the one who introduced her to the hip hop community. Since then, she's interviewed Yachty. Apparently, she got an interview coming up with Offset. All right. But other than that, she was a TikTok celebrity. And now people are trying to say because she just out of nowhere popped up and with a Drake interview that she may be what they call an industry plant. Right? So, yo, what's going on? AGB to Dawn.
Oh, it happened.
Has this all
It all happened. So I uploaded, Drake gave me the social clips that I could use. And then he was like, which one are you going to pick? I was like, I'll do this one. He's like, okay, let's just tease it. And like, obviously I'm going to trust him because my initial thing was like, I was just going to upload the video to YouTube. Like I had always been doing. I had no strategy. I was on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even like sure how to upload to Apple at all. I didn't know
Cap,
anything.
stop the
I was
cap.
like, I don't know how to even make this a real podcast. And
I don't know nothing.
I posted the thing. I got a message from Andrew at WME. He says like, I'm part of the touring team. Can we talk? I said, okay. Cause I had like, I didn't know what I was doing. They said
again, tell us how much you didn't know shit about podcasting. You don't know nothing about anything. I just showed up, did my hair. I didn't even do my hair. I don't even know how to do that. And I just showed up.
You just didn't meet with
There was a
anybody
bed
else.
and
You
everything.
just like this guy hit you from William
First
Morris.
person. Boom.
Well,
signed.
I knew a lot. Drake is signed by WME.
Yeah,
right?
they're huge.
Yeah, I was like,
But there's a lot of huge
Massive.
people.
Yeah,
out there.
but I was like, they're like reputable, and I need help now. So I'm not like I wasn't. They sounded great. They
Drake is signed to who?
sounded like they knew what they were doing. They jumped in. I had like that day. I had a team of 15 people
So
helping me.
you signed with them after Drake
Yeah,
because the plant
Stop the cap.
theory
I know is that they helped me
like
get him.
William Morris signed you.
Yeah,
and
I
then
know. I
their
hate that.
work-
They're taking credit for my.
their
my-
world.
She's annoying. So let's break this down. Let's slow down for a second. Let's slow down. So she's says she was signed to William Morris Agency. Okay. Shortly after she did the Drizzy Drake interview. All right. To that I say cap. But she just didn't know anything about podcasting. I just, and apparently she was like on her last, she only had a few $1,000s in her account. Times are desolate for this young cis white female. You know what I'm saying? Like, just times are just so hard. I just didn't know what was going to happen with me next. All right? So let's go with that. All right? Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm in the background right now. I'm looking up her Instagram so we can really dissect this proper like. Let's continue with our little combo here.
You did it, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's not. So yeah, I mean, I feel like I did all of the hard parts, and then now I have help. But like, I did all of the like getting there.
Yeah, I had enough looking at our notes. So we have notes, people. You're kind of blowing it up, but your husband's like a computer scientist. That's the other thing.
What?
Have you heard that one?
He's helping.
He
somehow.
hacked the algorithm.
Oh God, that'd be really cool. I should have had him do that earlier because
that'd be so cool.
Embarrassing myself for 3 years.
Yeah.
Like posting about my boobs for views. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that. I read it. So
how could he? That's like insanely
he's
impressive.
written 2 books about computer scientists.
Yeah. He's not.
That's also insanely impressive. 2 books. That's a
2
lot
books
of
about
books. That's 2 more
computer
books than I've
science.
read.
2.
A girl
Computer
comes out of the
science.
clouds with like,
And then
all
he writes
these
a book on
views.
like, how are we gonna like?
Hold on, what's this podcast? I like these guys. Let's see. Let's get these guys some love. BFFs, Dave Portnoy, Josh Richards, and Bree Chicken Fry. It's an interesting name. Salute to them. Subscribing, liking. Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be.
Josh studied the algorithm. He figured out
did.
that
Have
if you
you?
just
I've
wiggle your dick in front
studied
of a
it.
mirror, you get views.
You do
Yeah,
what?
it's true.
He was a wiggle
It-
digger. He was one of the early like
Oh my
TikTok
God.
kids who would dance in
Oh
front of a
yeah,
mirror.
that's true.
Yeah.
I definitely
Some
saw
people
you.
How did you
call me
figure
like
out the algorithm? You're so
Pocahontas
smart.
of TikTok.
He's so smart. I'm so dumb. He figured out the algorithm, and I just had to, just figure it out until I got a Drake interview.
Actually,
Like early.
Give us an eye roll.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I, in my own way, figured out the algorithm as in
Shut
like,
up.
I would, yes,
Yeah.
Richard and Concrete.
And the one
Why did you
boob,
delete
yeah.
all that? Oh, and that's like you always get to tip your ass off.
I
You
know
don't
you're
wanna
like
be-
here. I don't like it, but
So you're
it's just
you set out to be like a comedian. And I know on Kayla,
that is like I was so embarrassed of that my whole life is like it's
yeah, it's a great thing. And I'm sure there's like how are you picking who's next?
I mean the names like people that I'm like familiar with I like to work with them now, and then also it's just I've only done the people so far that have like people think that I've like it's just whoever follows me and I can DM like
Oh, she's only interviewed the people who's followed her. Okay, so like, don't get on her like
Artist YG.
you know.
If someone was like, "Oh,
How are you getting these big interviews? Right? Like, give her a break, guys. Who has she interviewed? The really good podcast with Rick Glassman, Funny Marco, Armani White. WMI Agency. Listen, if y'all ain't ready for some dissecting in this, you can go, somewhere else. But we're doing some dissected in here. Let's see. Success. No. I want to see the roster. Am I looking at the right one? Am I looking at the right one? Gang, give me the name of that agency that she said there. I'm gonna copy and paste that.
like exponentially.
It has,
no?
but I don't know anything. My team kind of handles everything. I just like right
How
now
big's
the
your team?
interviews.
I don't know
like,
anything.
15 people at least.
That's so crazy. You've gone Hollywood in like a week.
I don't. It's
Yeah,
weird.
wow, 15.
She doesn't
people.
even deal with it
Hollywood.
anymore.
Yeah,
She
it's
just
I
like-
remember Vlad talking about having a 15 person staff. Okay, she just started. Now she got 15 people. Interesting.
tells people to contact her people.
No, like we don't know
Yeah.
you. So it's like, fuck her for not coming on. Maybe people take that more personally.
money right now because like people think I'm joking about being in debt, and I'm like, I'm not. Like I put every penny I had into this podcast. Like we.
You know, she just had a rich husband
So expensive.
What
or has
you
one.
did? I mean, I like us. I'm team us. But you said you did the Today Show.
Yeah,
Yeah, you shouldn't be paying for your own at this point.
I from it,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
and you just
You get
started.
paid.
Want it to be super like it's not supposed to be a real interview.
Right.
I'm not trying to like actually get, but then I need to have something. Maybe we made like a couple cuts here and there, but yeah, mostly with like funny.
You
Marco.
did Lil Yachty come out yet?
Yeah.
These people have no
Mine, that
idea
was,
about
like,
her
so when I
show.
walked into his house to do that,
There we
like
go.
I said, I'm really
Let's get to the
awkward.
meat
I
and
walked into
potatoes,
his
gang.
house And I felt
Let's get to the meat and potatoes. I think there should be a pause in there.
so awkward.
Pause.
Like I didn't know what to
I'm
do.
not buying the awkward stuff.
You
because
didn't
you're
see me
not
like
really
walking up
awkward.
here. You saw me walk into here when I knew
But
we were
this
gonna
is
like.
an awkward environment.
I
and
know.
You weren't
I don't know. I
awkward
do
at
well
all.
under. I don't know. Maybe I need like a therapist to diagnose why I am like
Under the
fine
bright
right now.
lights
But like
come on and you're good to go.
bright lights, and I'm like lights, camera,
Superstar.
action. No. So Yachty, when I walked into his house, I was so uncomfortable. Like it was so
Do you
awkward
make you call him Boat?
he was so. No, I just call him Yachty. I'm not. I can't call him Boat with like a straight face. Oh, and then he's like, he's just sitting there with like his two assistants, and he's not even acknowledging that I'm like in the room. And
Never
Okay.
just call him Lil. Like,
I would.
Lil?
I don't even
Boat?
like. No, I
He'd
do
call
not
me
do
up and he'd
that.
be like, it's yo, it's Boat. It's like,
All right,
about
so
Lil?
let's get to it.
No, it's
Yo, what's
Boat.
up? It's
Boat.
Lil.
He
Just
does
Boat.
go by Boat.
It's
Yeah.
Lil.
Boat.
But I walked into his
I
house and it
kinda
was
like
super awkward because like
those, though.
he's really kind of awkward, and I've heard that going into it. But me with another awkward person is like, I think it's because you guys are awkward. Maybe that's why. But if you
Are
guys are
not
awkward,
or are?
you guys
Say
are.
awkward one more
Because
time.
he was awkward. I walked into his house. He didn't even like on my
Crawling.
phone, like I'm like trying, and then he comes up. He's like, "Oh hi," gives me like back to his spot, and I'm like, "Dude, I go to the bathroom." And then we like get out, and then he's like,
Are
"You're
not
awkward."
or are?
You guys aren't,
Oh,
because
thank
he was my friend. Like, Ashley, I need to leave. This is so awkward." Back to his spot, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't even want to do this." I'm texting my friend like back to his spot, and on my
Crawling.
phone, like I'm like to me. So then I was like, said, "Let's go to the bathroom." So then we go to the bathroom. Like, I think it's because you guys are awkward. Maybe that's why. But if you
Are
guys are
not
awkward,
or are?
you guys aren't.
Oh,
Because
thank
he
you.
was awkward. I walked into his house. He didn't even like say hi to me. So then I was like, said, let's go to the bathroom. So then we go to the bathroom, and then we like get out, and then he's like, he's just sitting there with like his two assistants, and he's not even acknowledging that I'm like in the room, and
Oh,
my
I
camera
would've
guy's
lost
like
my mind.
setting up. I'm just sitting there like
Skin
on
crawling.
my phone, like I'm like trying, and then he comes up, he's like, "Oh hi," gives me like a half hug, and I'm just like, "Hi," then goes back to his spot, and I'm like, "Dude, I don't even want to do this." I'm texting my friend like, "Ashley, I need to leave. This is so awkward. I don't want to, like, what am I doing here?" And then she's like, "Lean into this during the interview, like call it out." So then during our interview, I was able to be like, "Why did you do that? Like, why did you make me
Gave
feel
you
like
good
that?"
material.
Yeah, so it was actually
So this clip that's been going around, just for the people to know, this wasn't a clip that she was talking about Drake. And the internet is very, very tricky like that. Because the internet will have you believing, oh, was that her at the party with Drake and blah, 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 and, you know, because this clip has been repurposed via Instagram and different places where they're making it, you know, they started right from there. And they're saying, this is the reason why she deleted the Drake interview. Okay? However, from what y'all are seeing here, watching with the, you know, the boy Friday Ricky Dread, that this is her talking about being in Yachty's house. This is not her talking about the Drake interview. Okay? Pay attention.
really, it worked out.
Another thing in our notes. I'm beyond the theory, the conspiracy theories, which, by the way, I was a firm believer that you somehow rigged the system before you came in.
Thank you.
But
I love that though.
hearing your explanation, I don't think that anymore. But
Debunked.
Yeah, and that's just because I've been
Amazing.
doing it for so long. I think it's really hard for people to come out of nowhere.
I
didn't-
agree.
I didn't get that you didn't
I
come out
get
of nowhere.
why people would think that for sure.
And then this also was adding to the intrigue that you live next to the catfish guy.
I didn't. Everyone believes everything I say, but I feel like it's
Into it.
okay.
Well, it's
kinda cool.
such a huge guess to have that quickly.
I mean, yeah.
This other stuff people don't know what's real and fake with your husband. Is that like a thing? Bobbi and her husband's TikTok shtick?
Oh, it's all like
Do you sleep in the same room with him?
no.
I like that.
But I have 2 kids and they're babies.
I just like it, period. I don't like, I think.
Are you married?
No.
Oh.
But
Why?
my girl-
Why do you like that?
Because I'm a light sleeper. So with
Okay.
someone else in the bed.
Okay, so
Not a cuddler.
this happened before the interview came out. This clip that I'm going to show you guys right now. Give me a quick second here. Let me find the clip. Bang. So this is her at the Drake concert. All right. She's there with her homies. They're going crazy. What's the music that's playing in the background? Hold on. I'll get 2 seconds. Right? Even her last friend came in the last minute to even do the extra, crazy dance. But she didn't seem to be enjoying the concert. The other theory is Drizzy seen this. He wasn't feeling this. And he said, yo, bun you. I'm unfollowing you. And then a chain reaction happened from there. You know what I'm saying? Jamie Person says she looks dizzy. Easy Factor says why she look like plywood. I don't know, man. This is her shtick, right? I'm unimpressed. I'm at a Drake concert that I got to go to for free, and I'm unimpressed. All right, privilege. All right, so. I don't know. There's so many theories floating around. It's hard to pinpoint which one is true. Now, the theory that's been floating around from today is that, Drizzy slept with the ting and everything went left. It's the same thing that happened with Ice Spice. And I call cap on that too. Okay? I know y'all be like, yo, that's easy for you to say, Friday. Aren't you like the OVO lawyer and Ray Tay? But come on, fam. When it comes to this industry stuff, the stupidest thing to do is just try to sleep with everybody that you do work with. Okay? Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I know from doing this for a long time, even before podcasting, managing female artists and, just being in the game. It doesn't get you anywhere where you have a reputation that every woman that you're around, you tried something and, you know what I'm saying? They can report back or they have some kind of dirt on you that, oh man, when I went over to the embassy, Drake was getting handsy with me. Like, if that was the case, you'd be hearing about way more stories of, just Drake knocking down something like where it was like a business thing, like, well, listen, you'll get the interview if you take this dick. Like, come on, man. To me, that's like the low-hanging fruit excuse. You feel me? It's like, that's the easiest thing to really come up with when it comes to, of course, come on, fam. Of course, obviously, he tried to smash the ting and she wasn't with it, or he tried to smash the ting and it went left. Like, come on, man. To be honest, I don't even have an answer for you guys when it comes to why this came down, right? I have theories. I feel that possibly this could be all, what would you call it? What would you call this? An industry trick, smoke and mirrors. Like I said, the interview to me is not deleted. It's probably sitting there on private. And then next thing you know, poof, you're going to see it pop back up. All right? But as far as like these guys taking a interview that has 11 million views on it
If someone was like,
at the time when it was being deleted, I just don't, it doesn't seem economically, especially all of the stuff that, you know, y'all just heard me play in the interview, in her interview that she just did right there, right? Where she's like, I didn't know anything and I only had $300 and I was so broke and I was so dumb. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. You know what I mean? My husband, who wrote 2 books, he wasn't going to give me anything, even though we have 2 kids. But, you know, I had to just figure it all out myself. And then Drake came along. Right? This is what she wants to lead us to believe, right? Or no. Then my agency just popped up out of nowhere and they were like, hey, let's sign you. You're pretty cool. You're pretty funny. Right? But if you take in all her first interviews, they're all with people who are signed to the agency she's with. Okay? All these different people here. Rick Glassman, Funny Marco, Armani White, Drake. They're all signed to the same agency. How'd they do that? All right, so if you're wondering how she got the interview, and as far as if she's a plant, yes, she's a plant, okay? I'm not here to sugarcoat this and be like, well, you know, listen, you know, people could just sometimes you just take a shot and you hit. Yeah, that happens too. But this is a little bit too obvious at this point. You know what I mean? The math ain't mathing. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, well, actually, there is something wrong with that. But at the same time, there's been so many industry plants that's passed by our eyes, whether we know it or not. What are we going to do? We're going to cry about, oh my God, she's an industry plant. Oh my God. No. Do you like the content or not? Okay. Now, as far as this Drake interview, like I said, in my opinion, smoke and mirrors. There's probably not even a beef. Okay. This is very a good tactic to get people talking. Listen, I've spent like probably 20 minutes on this. Okay. Y'all can see when I was doing my little search through YouTube, how many think pieces have popped up on this. Because obviously, when you do a Drake interview and then you delete it, people are going to talk about it. Okay. Now, last thing I want to say on this, and we'll act like we'll believe everything that happened. There's really a beef. They took the interview and deleted it. They didn't even put it on private. Just delete that. If you guys ever want another Drake interview, we're gonna have to re-upload that and start from scratch again, from 0 views. Okay? If that's what we're gonna be led to believe, let's play hypothetical. Okay? Then, in my opinion, then Drizzy, you played yourself. You played yourself. You know, I know it might be a move like, sure, okay, we're in the same agency. You know, I'm going to take some promotion off of your little industry plant ass and, you know, help some sales for my projects, let people know I'm on tour, keep me in the news cycle. Sure, I'll do the quirky little interview. Sure, I'll get into bed. But with all this stuff going left, people putting smut on your name, and I'm talking to Drizzy, right? People putting smut on your name, saying, yo, he probably slept with a ting. All this stupid stuff that comes after drama like this, you kind of played yourself. Because Elliot Wilson was like, yo, fam, and I'm not saying go to Elliot, but he was like, yo, when's the last time you came through and talked to somebody in the culture? Tried a ting, went and talked to somebody outside the culture, like so outside the culture that the chick is a plant. And now the interview's gone. So, like I said, in a hypothetical world that all of this stuff is not smoke and mirrors and it's real, because I think it's all cap. If this is all real, then fam, you played yourself, bro. This is what happens. You can't trust some of these people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you're trying to promote your stuff and this chick throws a monkey wrench in your plan. We wouldn't do that to you. You know what I'm saying? We could have a whole beef. I ain't taking the interview down, bro. Hell no. 11 million views? You crazy? Nah, B. And at the same time, when you got all that extra privilege, rich husband, all that stuff, she could afford to be, on that interview, 11 million views. What is that? When is that? $30,000 or whatever it is? Who cares? Right? Niggas ain't gonna do that to you, fam. Niggas ain't in the position. Not just us. I'm talking about like a Hot 97, Joe Button podcast, Drink Champs. They ain't gonna be like, oh, what is that? How much money we made off of that? 100K? Who cares? Delete it. Nah, B. Oh, I don't like that nigga no more. Delete it. Then niggas ain't gonna do that. Your people, your home, the hip hop culture. We're not gonna do that to you, Drizzy. Okay? So it just might be a lesson to be learned. Like, yeah, obviously, do stuff with the whole pop crowd, pop up on Ellen, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But keep your eye on them mofos. Don't give them too much. This interview was like, what, 50 minutes? Almost an hour to get deleted? Bruh. Don't let them play you, fam. I see somebody popping up in the comments. Yo, Colin, suck your mom, bro. You're getting blocked. You are getting blocked. Pow. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir. But yeah, man, Drizzy, you played yourself on that one, fam. Stay away from them people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, I'm going to move on from this. There's way more important things that are floating around in the news. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what y'all are saying over here in the comments. Comment gang strong. Yeah, sorry, gang. I had to get rid of a troll. All right?
We love hip hop.